"One day I'll be out of here and I'll get my son back," he wrote one of his sisters, "even if the earth should be destroyed in the process." In April 1955, after 22 months of confinement, Fidel and Raúl were released from prison under a general amnesty declared by Batista. Castro was 29, a recognized political figure, and the head of an organization he called the 26th of July movement, in memory of the Moncada assault. He soon left Cuba for Mexico to resume his revolution. On November 25, 1956, a 65-foot yacht approached the coast of southeast Cuba. Aboard the Granma were Fidel Castro and 81 expeditionaries returning from Mexico to wage war against Batista. But the Granma had been spotted, and by the time Castro's men landed, Batista's army was waiting. Fidel Castro was reported dead. But he had taken cover in a sugarcane field. 3 days later, unharmed, he began walking towards the mountains.
Batista makes a huge strategic blunder. You push landings back to the sea, but Batista pushes Castro toward the Sierra Maestra. And he says, and this is verbatim, "No one survives in the Sierra Maestra."
18 men vanished into the forbidding Sierra Maestra mountain range, including Fidel, Raúl, and an Argentinian doctor named Ernesto Guevara, known as Che. 3 months later, the rebels reappeared on the front page of the New York Times. In a series of 3 articles, Herbert Matthews, a seasoned war correspondent, launched the legend of Fidel Castro. Matthews wrote, "Here is quite a man, a powerful 6-footer, olive-skinned with a scraggly beard. He has strong ideas of liberty, democracy, and social justice."
This is the Sierra Maestra, 200 miles of jungle.
Following in Matthews' footsteps, a CBS documentary crew made its own pilgrimage.
These are the jungle fighters, the rebels of Sierra Maestra. This is their story.
I am going to tell you what happened. Batista does not want to admit that he is incapable of defeating us. He hopes to obtain by liar that which he cannot get by force of arms. Sometimes he said that I am dead. Another time he says that there is no ball in Sierra Maestra. But he won't let anyone to come here to Sierra Maestra. And when the soldiers are killed in battle, he says that they were died in accidents. Have been a great deal of accidents here in Sierra Maestra last month.
Fidel played up his war for an American television audience. But a much larger war was being waged in Cuba's cities. In Havana, the Student Revolutionary Directorate stormed the presidential palace in March 1957 in a desperate attempt to assassinate Batista. Their leader, José Antonio Echeverría, was gunned down. In Santiago, Cuba's second largest city, the 26th of July movement underground waged a fierce struggle and bore the brunt of the repression. Their leader, Frank Pais, was ambushed in July. Cubans from all walks of life, rich and poor, businessmen and workers, angry students and grieving mothers, filled the streets of Santiago in a somber demonstration.
Batista does a number of things that gradually expand the revolutionary coalition until it includes almost everyone. He's corrupt. He's very repressive. You reach a point in the late 1950s where virtually everyone is opposed to the regime.
High up in the mountains of the Sierra Maestra, Fidel Castro was fast becoming the symbol of resistance against Batista. It was there, among the peasants, that the romance of Castro's guerrilla war was born. Years later, Celia Sanchez, Fidel's friend and confidant, wistfully recalled, "Those